It's your girl, Blue Pac, baby. From the booth where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said she got it, if you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up. Real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She call names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth like, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Blue Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, yeah, it's Blue Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes, 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 no.
You tuned in to Blue Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive. L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury. She deliver with the heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold and real. This Blue Pac, baby, capiche? They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Blue Pac don't just react, she the code what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built to own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be.
Hey y'all, happy Wednesday. What is up, everybody? Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in on this good old Wednesday, baby. It is officially hump day. Y'all know time don't stand still. Time been going by extremely fast. Before you know it, it will be holiday season, and I can't wait. I love the holidays, y'all. I love when it start getting cold because I'm in the boot and we be having that 100-degree weather, which ain't good for nobody. I'm ready to get my color back, okay? Because them tans don't be doing me no justice. But anyway, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being tuned in. Thank y'all for y'all patience. I know y'all probably was wondering where I was yesterday. I took the day off to work on some merch, y'all. I got some merch coming, okay? Y'all know I've been promised y'all that, but the way my schedule is set up, I have to literally make time to do excess stuff. So I was working on that yesterday. Hopefully, I wanted to be able to drop some of it before this live so I could show y'all, but I gotta make a few more little connections before I could do that, child. So I'll do it after the live. I'll finish working on it, but I created some stuff last night for y'all. But let me see who we got in here so we can get into this dialogue. Cause I've been thinking, when I start thinking, I really be thinking. Okay. I'm like, I wonder if everybody else can see what I see when it comes to the nostrils. He did a little, I ain't gonna say a little bait and switch, but he definitely pulled a fast one on everybody. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I mean in a little bit. Hey, Queen Love Mel, Miss Vonda. We got Michaela, Sierra Boy, Yolanda, Miss Lisa, Scorpio Stings in the building. Solid as a rock. Shout out to you, Miss Jackie. We got Miss Robin Buttercup, my Karen in the building, Jaisha, Snooky. We got Miss Diane Grant, Miss Renita, my bro Terry, of course, coming through with the copyright and fair use. Tahira, Latay. We got Queen Iris. We got Nubian Queen, Christina Hardy. We got Miss Donna. Who else? Let me see. Kay Monet. We got Miss Sherry Weber. We got Miss Shalene. Okay, y'all deep. Miss Tracy, Gracie. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. Hey, Leah. Shout out to y'all for the black and gold hearts. Y'all know that's my favorite color. Hey, Miss Jackie. Hey, CS. Hey, Miss Jeanette. Miss Witty, Simply Linda. We got Roz, Dreamy Girl. I'm right here, girl. I'm right here. Okay. Hey, Carlissa. Hey, Miss Lovey. Who else? Who else? My sister J reacts in the building. Renee, Savy. We got, hold on. Let me go down, y'all. Courtney, Miss Nina, Miss Dee Dee, just me, Miss Michelle. We got Miss Sandra in the building, Southern Girl. We got Miss Fran. Okay, Rakita, Umika, Miss Yolanda. We got Miss Coretta, Miss Beverly, Miss Connie, Nana Karen here for a good time, not a long time. Okay, Miss Doris, Barbie Doll, Miss Stephanie Landry. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. Miss Latanya. Shout out to you. Miss Teresa, Miss Sexy Ray. We got Kimberly Merrills in the building. We got, hold up, y'all. Let me go down. Texas Chick checking in. Okay, Miss Lolo. We got Miss Green Eyes in this thing. Sweetly Favor. Shout out to Gracie for coming through with my very first super sticker. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Lady J. Tokyo Blues. Becca Cry. Who else in here? Let's see. Miss Lisa. We got, let me go down, y'all. Hold up, hold up. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hey, Aaron, my love. Shout out to you for being in here. Granny of 8. Brazier in the building. Malibu Genie. Who else? Let me see. Miss Ashley, Queen Money, Stowe Gang in this thing. We got Miss Andy 116. We got, hold up, SB. Shout out to all the new names that's in the building. Capricorn 88. We got Miss Duncan. Shout out to all my members. The green team always show up and show out. We got Tanaya. We got Nita M. Who else? Hanging with Miss D in the building. Let me see. I think I got everybody. Miss Rosalind, Fifi. Who else? Who else? Who else? Tashara. Okay. Miss Brenda, Miss Stephanie. We got Miss Melody in this thing. Sunflower for Life. Miss Michelle Watson. We got about 4 Michelles in the building. Mr. Wanda. We got Brandy. We got Carmen, Laquana. Okay, I love it. I love it. Another pretty eyes in the building. We got Miss Janice Willie. Thank you, Sunflower. I don't think I have one, but a lot of people tell me that, so I guess so. Hey, down south. Hey, Miss Simone. Who else? Who else? Let me see. Miss Jackie Moore. We got Tanya Lewis in the building. Glorious Ann. You say Ben MIA had a missing family member, but thank God she was found. Yes, thank God, thank God. Hey, Lois. Hey, Miss Marie. You say, can you play your intro again? I was jamming in the car. Not again. Listen, if y'all want me to, we're gonna have to get a few votes on it, okay? Because I don't want to, some people don't be wanting you to play your intro. So if I get at least 10 people drop a 1 in the chat, I'll run it. Which one y'all want? The first one or the second one? Hey, Miss Karen, you said I sent you a cash out. Okay, I'm gonna check it and see. Hey, Miss Geraldine, my love. Hey, Capricorn Ma. If I get 10 ones in the chat, I'll drop it again for y'all. Hey, Leah Rowe. Unless y'all in a rush now. Y'all in a rush, y'all let me know. Because I ain't in no rush. I ain't in no rush. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you for that cash out blessing, my love. You say for love your content. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. Dang, y'all. Miss Sandra say no, let him go back and hear it. Let me see. Hold on. We got, let's see, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I get the picture. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. And hey to everybody that's coming in. Let's see.
It's your girl, Lou Pac, baby. From the boot where the real ones talk slick and walk heavy. She don't do rumors, she do receipts. If you said she got it, if you did it, she show it. Truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah. Straight out of Louisiana, she don't duck, no smoke. Call her the queen of receipts, she keeping folks woke. From fake friends to baby daddies getting exposed. If it's messy, she gon' clean it up, real talk mode. Independent, raw and loud with it. She ain't scared of nothing, she proud with it. So if you coming fake, don't step in her lane. She call names and receipts, gon' explain. Truth like, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, truth teller, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper, big stepper. That's Lou Pac, baby, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Yeah, pressure, yeah, it's Lou Pac, baby. All truth, all gas, no brakes. Yeah, all truth, all gas, no brakes, no brakes.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lou Pac, baby. She don't follow trends, she follow facts. Receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby, don't play. She speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back. All receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. Go. She don't do drama, she
no need to lie. She from the south with a strong survivor. Snakes don't make it out alive. L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold, and real, this Lupac baby. Capiche? They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react, she the code was not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-E-T, bringing truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
That goes by. People always ask me why I block hoes. Listen up, baby girl, shit, I'm about to let you know why I always gotta block hoes. Whoa. They talking shit up in my comments. Yeah, they don't know, but I'm about to block them. Cause every day, I block hoes. They be being shady, yeah. Whoa. Cause you know I block hoes, baby. In different area codes, baby. You never know, but I block.
All right, y'all. I hope y'all satisfied. I had to run that old intro back for the one time for my girl Nene, okay? Because you know we be blocking them hoes. Shout out to the hoes in the background. Listen, you know we gotta get y'all up out of here quick. Child, as soon as I put that intro on, they had about 11 people got up out that chat so fast. The number dropped, but it went right back up. Okay, so no sweat. But anyways, y'all, if y'all would like to donate to me monetarily because you enjoy this content, you can cash at me $2. You can also buy me a coffee. Shout out to all my coffee people. You can also support the platform by getting a super chat or a super sticker. I do have a little goal set of 15. It ain't much. I ain't greedy, y'all, and it's not mandatory, but it is greatly appreciated because it contributes to the revenue of this particular live stream. You can also support the platform by getting a membership. Shout out to all my members, days 1, 2s, and 3s. I see y'all been running up that last members live that we had, child. We got almost 600 views on it, and I ain't got but 300 sub members, so that's crazy. Okay. But yeah, y'all. So we really waiting on that court date to come around, but it's a lot been going on. Not saga related so much, but it's a whole lot been going on. But anyways, make sure y'all watching them ads and please hit that like button, y'all. Keep me in the algorithm. I'm trying to build this channel up, but it's hard to do that if y'all ain't running the likes up. Okay, so make sure y'all hitting that like button. Y'all watching them ads. All of the above. All of the support counts. All of the support is equivalent, whether it's financially or free, child, like the ads and the likes. Okay. Anyways, thank you, Miss Marie. Thank you for that super sticker, my love. I appreciate you. But I just had to do a little quick one for y'all. That's why I did the intro again. And shout out to Nene. She's been asking me to run the old one back. So I did that for my girl. Okay. I had to run that one back for her. Oh, y'all. But like I say, I'm pretty sure y'all been seeing what's been going on. As far as y'all know how I am when it comes to the family drama. I feel like nobody wins when the family feuds. So I ain't gonna touch on it. I'm gonna leave that alone. I was in the chat a little bit when Kevin was live earlier. Even though I have my opinion on it, I ain't gonna really touch on it because I feel like for the most part, people can see what's going on and the logical know what time it is. If you've been around since the beginning, you know what time it is. You know how this go. You know everything, all of the above. Okay, I'm gonna just say that. But I'm gonna leave that where it's at because I'm a firm believer in, even though, like most people, we all have family members that we deal with. We all have family members that we don't deal with. Okay, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we still family. And you never know if family is going to reconcile or not, because we tend to say things in the heat of the moment, but that doesn't mean that reconciliation is not in the future. So that's why I don't too much touch on things when it comes to family members, y'all. I might say a little quick one too, but it's not going to be so much. It's not going to be as biased because it is family. Like I say, nobody wins when the family feuds. So it is what it is when it comes to that. We just gonna let them do their thing. And it's a sad situation, but hey, sometimes it happens. I'm gonna just say I'm gonna pray for all parties involved. We'll just say that. Thank you, Jada. You say we love you, Pop. Keep bringing the truth to these YouTube streets, and you do it with such poise and class. I love y'all down. Listen, I love y'all down, baby. Okay, period. Um, yeah, like even though I'm not too fond of one of the parties, but I still pray for all parties involved. Because at the end of the day, this is a family. And the only ones that's gonna be affected by the drama is the family, especially the kids. That's the most unfortunate part because kids being spoken on and all of that. And it's real sad. Now, one thing I will say is when it come to Meek Meek, nobody should have put their mouth on that beat. And that's on big period. Like that's an innocent baby. Even though all kids matter, I'm a firm believer in all kids matter and no kid should be spoken on, period. But like, come on now, innocent that baby is barely 1 years old. Like he not long made one, and oh, listen, they say God don't play about kids, fools, and elderly. So we're gonna pray for y'all because that karma gonna hit harder than anything. That karma is going to hit harder than anything. Thank you, Miss Andy, for getting that membership. Wait, I thought you was a member already. Or maybe you was renewing it. It don't tell us on this end for some reason. Hey to everybody that's coming in, y'all. Please hit that like button alone. Child, I'm reading reading Joanne comment and trying to talk. Hit that like button as y'all come in. Joanne say yes, please leave the babies alone. Please. Like, I don't understand that. How is that so hard? It's like people don't have morals or integrity. This is be giving me a headache. Like, it's just sad, y'all. Like, I don't understand it for real. Why the baby? You can't tell me you got that much hate for these adults. Like, you can't keep it on the adults. You can't find something to talk about. If it gets to that point, that means you need to stop. If you didn't ran out of stuff that you can say, hateful stuff that you can say towards the adults, to where you gotta bring it to their children, their innocent kids. Keep in mind, like I always say, kids don't get to choose their parents. They are innocent. But these people, y'all, woo! Thank you, I'm chosen. Love you. Welcome in. Pause for the calls. Hit the like. Yes, ma'am. Let them know. Y'all hit that like button. All right. Oh, you upgraded? Okay. Okay. Thank you, my love. Let me pull this up, y'all. Let me get away from that topic because I'm gonna start saying stuff that I didn't want to say. So we're gonna get away from that. Cause listen, I don't like when they play with the babies now, especially the innocent babies. Like we ain't doing that. I'm gonna just leave that alone because I'm gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna get in a lot of trouble. All right, let me pull up a receipt real quick. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Let me share my screen, child. So we can kind of break down Janasha's behavior a little bit. Some receipts that I found. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. Okay. So if y'all remember on one of let me make it bigger. Hold up, y'all. What the hell? Why they hold up. No. I want it to be bigger. Hold on, y'all. it doing it? Oh, I know why. I know why. I gotta bring the whole thing over. I am tripping. Hold up, y'all. Let me fix it. Let me get right. Let me get right. All right, there we go. There we go. Can y'all see it bigger? Let me know if y'all can see it bigger because I put it on the other screen. Y'all know I learned a new trick. Thank you, Ray. Hey, Luke Tag. Thank you for that super sticker, my love. Look like I sent a super sticker. If you, I didn't see it, Ranita. Wait, hold up. Oh, okay, I seen it. You must have seen it when I pinned it on the screen whenever the music was playing. A big stepper. That's Tupac, baby. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, hold on, y'all. All right. So if y'all remember when Laonya did one of her rants, right? This was 2 rants ago. How that sound? But this was 2 rants ago. And this was one of the things that she posted. This is while she was still pregnant. So she said, I've been suffering my entire pregnancy alone, in all caps. While you make Facebook posts lying about cooking for twins, naps for twins, you would think those posts was about me. Clout, in all caps. A man proud about his kids gonna tell the whole world, not just Facebook. It's only on Facebook because you're monetized. Stop lying to these people. You a fraud, right? So she made this post, and as time progresses, and we pay really pay attention to his behavior and hers, it's given that he's still moving the exact same way. So what separates him from being a fraud and not being a fraud now? Like that's my thing. Like what is the separation? Because y'all in a relationship? Because she posted this when she was mad, right? But it still doesn't take away from the fact that he's still doing it even to this day. Like we know that Facebook is not paying for live streams, but they are paying for engagement, posts, comments, interactions, like likes and all of that. They paying for that, right? So what separates what is stopping him from still being this person that she made in this post? Mad Day? Question mark. That's the only thing that I can see, y'all, because I got a feeling if Mad Day comes again, he gonna still be this right here, a clout chasing fraud, according to her. But the reason why I put up this post is, it's gonna basically validate and coincide with the other receipts that I found. Hey, Miss LaRonda. Hey, DS Island, High Park manners and respect to you in chat. Thank you, my love. So hold on. Aisha says she been lying this entire relationship. Have y'all noticed he hasn't been around since the birthday trip was over? He only go live with her when she's spending money. That's what it gives too. And that's why I'm kind of like, because I was trying to find that. Y'all remember when she raffled off those unauthentic items for her birthday? That them 2 fake Louis V bags and those fake Jordans, right? And one of the things, I'm gonna play some audio from that live. This was a couple weeks ago. Matter of fact, this was at the end of June. One of the things that she said in the live was, what was it? I was trying to find that one and I couldn't find the one where she told Lala. Well, first she said somebody in the comments asked her where was the twins, and she was like, "Oh, they downstairs with their daddy taking a nap. I'm working, promoting blase blase." I found that audio, but I couldn't find the one where she said, hold up. I couldn't find the one where she said, Lala come, basically called Lala and then told Lala to go check on the baby girl because she felt like it was the baby girl that was crying. But she had forgot that she had just told her live stream that the twins were sleeping with Johnell, right? So if they were sleeping with him, why did you have to call your daughter to go check on them? So it's pretty much, in my opinion, given that she's still praising him, hence the caption. Y'all can see my caption is the Johnell overall plot work. Bree still praising him in public but crying in private because he's really not around like that. It's not given that she not getting no help, y'all, and you could tell she stressed the F out based on her appearance, her eyes. She looked tired as and that's understandable when you got 2 newborn babies. Well, They ain't really newborn anymore. But they still fairly young. And they dependable because they end up about 6 months. But it's just the fact, like, this ninja not really helping her like she's painting it out to be on social media. Even when it comes down to the Dear Diary episode that she just did, was he in that one? Because I don't think he was in that one either, y'all. And on the first episode, because she put the other one out today, but the first episode she did, if y'all notice, she said that it's new beginnings, for her, Johnell, and her kids, right? But he wasn't in the video. So how is it new beginnings without him? It was just you and your kids in his house. And then on the second episode, he wasn't in that one either. So make that make sense. If you notice, he ain't in a whole lot. The only time, like shout out to Aisha, it seems like he's around is when they going on trips. When they going on trips, he gonna show up. He definitely gonna be there, especially when you ain't gotta foot the bill. Okay. All right. Let me take this down, but y'all keep this in mind so y'all can see how these receipts validate each other. All right. Let me take this one down and pull up the other one, and then I'm gonna play them audios. Hold up, y'all. Oh, on mount. Come on, baby. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right, let's see. Let me see which one I want to do next. Let's do this one because this one is. Wait, let me put it on the other screen. Let's do this one though. Hold up, y'all. Let me get it together. Make it bigger. I don't know why it don't show full screen like it's supposed to. I don't know why it's not showing. Like y'all say it is a little bigger, but it's not like how I want it to be. Like I could see it big because it's on my second screen. But it did make a difference though. It did make a difference. What else I say? Hey to everybody that's coming in. Shout out to y'all. Please hit that like button for your girl. And if y'all want to be real extra generous and a blessing to you, girl, you can support my little super chat goal. Okay. All right, y'all. So this was, if y'all remember, Laonya did a video singing. She did a video singing, and I want to say it was Take My Money, something like that. Yep, it was that one. Take My Money, My House and My Car. I forgot who made that song, y'all. Was it Jodeci or Drew Hill? One of the two, right? I could play it, but I don't know exactly which video it is. But I do have that receipt. But she was singing the song in the car, right? So somebody commented under her post, and y'all keep those lyrics in mind. I would like to say I could play it, but I can't play the music because I'm gonna get a copyright. But y'all know the lyrics to that song, Take My Money, My House and My Car, for whatever. So the lady commented and said, that's immature love. Sorry you can't have. Oh, before, let me say this. Let me add this context. Before she started singing, before the music actually came on, she gave like a little speech, and she was saying how you ever had that love or that boyfriend or whatever that, do you so right, you just want to give them everything, blase, right? I think she even kind of put it in her caption. And then she started singing that song. So the lady commented and said, that's immature love. Sorry, you can't have my house, my money, nor my car, but we can build together within our marriage to gain more things to enjoy together. But I need that band of gold on my finger, babe. Right? So her, Laonya being Laonya, she didn't realize the message that the lady gave her went completely over her head, because she's saying it as if basically you took it too far. It's just a song, ma'am. But even with her saying that, she felt away because she added something to her message, also to her comment. I'm gonna break it down for y'all. But like I said, she looking at it like the lady let it go over her head, but Laonya let the lady's comment go over her head. Because if you think about it, you're singing a song where they're referencing uh being used, being a sucker, a duck, whatever you want to call it, all of the above, and it kind of fits the narrative because we've known since you've been in this relationship with Janashos, we've known him to just use you. According to you, also, you've been 100% responsible for that entirety of the relationship. You know, when Mad Day come, that's what you tell us, right? So that's why people were pretty much responding the way they was responding in her comments. So let me read that lady's message again, and I'm gonna tell y'all what she said. So the lady said, "That's immature love. Sorry, you can't have my house, my money, nor my car, but we can build together within our marriage to gain more things to enjoy together. But I need that band of gold on my finger, babe." Basically saying, I need you to marry me and then we can work together to get everything we need. That way we doing it as one. Because you know, once you get married, you are considered one in the Bible, right? So her response, y'all, she said, when you got a relationship that's 100, even though her saying that, we know she probably meant, meaning like she's doing 100% and he's doing 100%, even though that's not really the case. She just did that to flex on social media because we already know that this man is not doing for you. He definitely ain't doing no 100%. And that's a fact, right? So she said, when you got a relationship that's 100, maybe then you'll relate to what I said. But until then, I never told y'all to go do it. I said, play the song. Lord, do y'all know the difference between play the song and give it and go do it? The fact that she let that lady's comment go completely over her head. And the reason why, here's the thing, right? Like most on the outside looking in, they're not gonna just look at something that could be playful, right? Laonia, she might be thinking that she's being playful. She just, posting a song, singing the lyrics, but you gotta also consider the context of your caption, the things you say in your caption, the speech you gave ahead of time. And people are gonna look at it from a different angle because they're seeing what's going on social media with you and your man. When Mad Day come, like I said, you let the world know that you provide for this man 100%. You let the world know that you the table, the chairs, the napkin, all of that. You let the world know that you gotta fill up his gas tank. So you can't really get mad when people take playful things and turn it into something serious and even give you a lesson. See, you should have took what that lady said as a lesson, as words of wisdom, because that's an elderly lady. But you see, she'll look at it like and try to, clown or insult people when she could be taking this, like really taking it in as words of wisdom coming from the elderly, from an older lady. See, she don't know how to do that. She don't know how to do that because in her mind she's always right, which is very narcissistic. Very, very narcissistic. And you could tell by all of her responses on social media. Not just this one. They can't tell her jack-ish. Like they can't tell her nothing. And that's bad business. And that's why she's going through a lot of things she's going through. But y'all remember, if y'all can remember, it was a while back she did a live where she was saying, this live was done on TikTok, and she was saying how she don't want no constructive criticism. She said she want to go through her experiences and her lessons just like everybody else. I don't. Listen, if you could tell me something that's going to prevent me from looking at the damn fool or from doing something that's going to take me years to get over or years of heartbreak, baby, tell it to me. I want it all. I want all the constructive criticism. I want all the wisdom from the wise, from the wise. Give it all to me. You got to be a damn fool to say something like that. You want to go through all your experiences on your own. You want to live your life and you don't want nobody to tell you nothing. Like what? Okay. And that's exactly why she keeps going through these motions that she's going through. But she should have took this as a lesson. This went completely over her head, y'all. But it was mainly this first part of her response that, like I said, is going to help validate the receipts where she said, when you got a relationship that's 100, maybe then you'll relate to what I said. But you don't even have that. According to you, you don't have that. You told the world that you do everything for this man. We even seen messages that Dawn dropped where you was complaining and also saying how he would catch little pissy fits when you couldn't get or do certain things like them Drake tickets. Remember? Oh, he want to act like a spoiled brat and because I couldn't recoup the Drake tickets, so he basically cutting up, disrespecting you, and all of those things. But that's what happens when you spoil a grown ass man. That's the type of things that happen. Because especially when it's from the beginning of the relationship, they fall in love with your hand and not your heart. And you get those type of outbursts and those type of reactions. Who you can't, in my K Michelle voice, you cannot raise no man, baby. Period. Come already raised. Or go back and meet your man. All right, let's take this one down. Hold on, y'all. Follow me. Y'all know I'm going somewhere. Y'all know I tell a story. Big period. Let's pull up the next one. It's called Johnell display picture me. Listen. Smelling that body butter. I gotta give y'all a good thumbnail now. We got to come with a good thumbnail. He was smelling that body butter. That's all he worried about right there. That body butter and his two cheering. His two cheering. Okay? Shout out to Dawn because Dawn went live earlier and basically let everybody know, that we do know the oldest son is currently living with Deshaun, baby daddy number one. And Dawn also reminded the world that Johnell does not care for her oldest son. So it kind of makes sense. Well, it don't make sense to me, but it kind of fits the narrative of you sent your son away because your man don't care for him. Okay. Yeah. I'll take Dawn's word because Dawn was actually in house and not even just so much taking her word because we also seen the messages where she was complaining saying how her son kept stealing from Ja and it was a problem. Yeah. All right. So this right here, y'all, that I'm about to put up, somebody sent me this and I was like, what the hell? Like, so this don't even relate to the story I'm telling, but it is from Laonia. And I'm like, why would she put this up? Like, why was this even put up, child? So, okay, wait, let me see. Okay, yeah, I can make it bigger. All right, so this was posted in one of her groups on Facebook, y'all. This was posted in one of her groups. And this was posted yesterday. This was posted yesterday. Emphasis on the yesterday. If y'all remember, the Great Wolf Lodge stuff happened last month at the end of June for her birthday, right? Why was this posted yesterday in one of her groups? Her Just Being Laonia group. So, and you can see it came from her page, the third page that she got, because she got 3 pages on Facebook. This is the third page that was created, the Brianna Battle page, right? It says, have you guys followed my Instagram for Great Wolf Lodge hosting? Announcement June 29th. Yesterday was the 15th. July 15th, might I add. So people in the comments confused, like, girl, it's July 15th. Take this post down. Meow. And then somebody said, do you know today is July 15th? And I'm pretty sure it's way more comments on it now because this was right when it was posted. Somebody sent this to me. But it was like, why did she post this? That was crazy. I just wanted to show y'all that. But why? Like, why? You are a day late and a dollar short, ma'am. But I think she probably did it to get followers over there on her Instagram. That's probably what it was. That's just my opinion, child. All right, let me pull up the other one. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Let's see what we got next. Okay, is this the one that I want? Yep, it's the one I want. So This is another thing that Johnell did. Let's put it over here on this screen and make it bigger. All right. So, he had made a video a while back, y'all, and somebody in the comments was like, baby, they just dragging it for likes and views. It was something with the babies, right? And the person say, baby, they just dragging it for likes and views. They'll be asking for gifts for their first birthday. So Laonya commented, replied to the girl and said, laugh aloud, never ask for which even though, yes, ma'am, you have several times. Several times. Several times. Okay? Yeah. And then Johnell, him with his very cocky, wide nostril self, said, I sure will, which validates my title also, because it was another post that was made. I should have put that one up first, where somebody, I'm gonna show it to y'all. I ain't gonna just say it. I'm gonna show it to y'all. But keep this post in mind, because the girl said, baby, they just dragging it for likes and views. They'll be asking for gifts for their first birthday, talking about the babies. And then Johnell says, I sure will. Right? Okay. Y'all remember that post. I should have put the other one up first, but it's all good. Hold on. Hold on. Let me find it. Forgot about this. Okay. All right. So this is the post, y'all. So let me put it on the other screen. Take my money. My house and my car. Okay. Wait, no, I didn't want to make it big. Okay. So this lady right here said, this was under one of Johnell's posts, y'all. And even though he may have been saying it in a joking manner, it still fits the narrative that's being presented, right? Remember the things I just showed y'all. So the lady says, I'm not trying to throw stones, but it seemed like you got with Bree to get fame because you wasn't noticed on Facebook until you got with her. Now all I see is you selling products and making movies. Did you get with her to get famous? Now she carrying your babies. What's up with the two of you, right? So y'all know he hardly ever responds to anything on Facebook. And then he replied and said, I confess, I plotted on her to get famous. You caught me laugh out loud. But him thinking he's being funny by saying it, because even though the lady, I would have left that part out about the plot to get famous and just kept the first. I would have basically said, you using her, period. But she said you plotted on her to get famous. I would have worded it differently. But he responded like that because he knows that people know of him. And to keep it a buck, the lady is not completely wrong either, because this fool ain't had nothing but 100-something followers on Facebook before she came into the picture. When she first got with him, he had 100-something followers on Facebook. He wasn't even verified. Wasn't even verified. 100-something followers, y'all. Now he's over 100,000, right? So it kind of makes sense, because the thing is, you could be in movies and still not be famous, baby. Don't get it twisted. It's a lot of people in Tubi movies that ain't famous. Fame doesn't equate to you being in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be in a movie and people still not know who you are. Hence him. Nobody knew. Listen, I was watching Wu-Tang Saga before Laonya even started dating him, and I didn't even know who he was. They had to literally show me who he was after the fact. After the fact. And I'm like, oh, that was him? Child, that should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot. And if y'all remember that rant she did on Instagram, this was one of her earlier rants about him, when we found out about her putting gas in his car, him plucking boogers and putting it on her arm, and being in B's DM, begging them to F with him and all of that, right? That's when she told us about that stuff. But another thing she said was, nobody knew who you was until me. Big promo. She was like, and people was in the comments like, Hulu owe you a check, basically promoting him and promoting the show because she was doing that heavy, heavy. Child, even Daddy Longlegs was sharing. Y'all go watch Wu Tang American Saga on Wu Wednesday. Even Walt was sharing it on his Facebook page, child. It was a family affair. But it's just the fact, like, he tried to throw a little joke back at this lady, but dude, nobody knew who you were. And that's just a fact. That's just a fact. And the crazy part is, y'all know I done spoke on this several times, but people don't realize that as actors and actresses, a lot of big actors and actresses get roles based on their social media presence. They get roles based on their social media presence. Like producers, the ones who basically bring on the actors or pick the actors for movies and stuff, they go look at these celebrities. They go look at their social media platforms to see how much following they have. And that'll determine a lot of times if they get a role, because guess what? If you take The Rock, for instance, I didn't use him as an example before. He has hundreds of millions of followers on social media, right? So he don't even have to audition for roles. He don't have to audition. They call him and they negotiate them coins. That's what determines if he gonna be on the show. Not an audition. The money. The money. The money. That's what determines if he gonna be on a movie or a show. What they willing to pay him. Because you gotta think about it. When a person with hundreds of millions of followers is a bag, 9 times out of 10, if we get him in this movie, guess what? All of those people that follow him, them hundreds of millions of people, are gonna watch what he's in. That's what these executive producers look for, and these casting directors. That's what they look for. They look for social media presence, right? Which Johnell had none of that when he first came on the scene. He didn't have that. And it takes me back to the Chrissy situation. So boom, right? One of the things that me and Chrissy discussed was, and I don't even think we put this out there, was that she's very well known behind the scenes, y'all. Like, she's plugged in. Chrissy is plugged in, okay? When she was with Johnell, he didn't have no connections like that. Granted, he was casted to be in Wu-Tang season 2 and 3, but she was plugging him in with a lot of people behind the scenes based off of her connection. Because like I said, he wasn't plugged in like that. And if y'all remember, when we did the interview or whatever, one of the things that was said was when Chrissy initially seen the picture of LaOnya buying that billboard for Johnell, whenever Chrissy's family seen it, because her family seen it first and then sent it to her, they were still in a relationship, him and Chrissy. And when Chrissy seen it, when it got back to her, this fool, because I have those messages because she sent them to me, of him basically trying to explain, right? One of the things he was saying was, oh, we just we're gonna be working together. First he was trying to say, it's all for publicity, it's all to grow our social medias. That's the excuses that he was giving Chrissy, his girlfriend at the time. But the thing is, sir, LaOnya didn't need you to grow her social media. She didn't need you for that. Her social media was grown by her husband at the time. You needed her to grow yours. But that's the excuse that he was giving to Chrissy, right? Oh, it's all a publicity stunt. Oh, we using each other for this and that. And the whole time, it was more than a publicity stunt, child. It was some cheek clapping. It was some cheek clapping going on. But that's, like I said, that's the excuse that he gave, y'all. And it takes me back to this lady's message right here, which makes a lot of sense even now. Even though this is an older message, it makes a lot of sense because you definitely use her, not to so much to get famous, because you still ain't famous, but you definitely use her to build your social media presence. Because had she not had you not been with her, you would probably still have 100 something followers over there. She grew his Facebook and his Instagram to keep it above. Because he didn't even have a whole lot of followers on Insta. He ain't got but child. I think he got 1,000 something on X, which is formerly known as Twitter. Thank you, wait. Thank you, Tajay, for renewing that membership. Love you. Shout out to you too, Tahira. Thank you for renewing. And thank you, Miss Valerie, for that super, my love. I appreciate you. You say ain't nobody knew booty butt and not booty butt, booty butt. And she had said that, and some still don't. Even though she got all those followers, it's still a lot of people who don't know who the hell she is, and that's a fact. And I didn't realize that. You never know or realize that it's so many people in the world until it's a certain situation, like with her repossession situation with her car. Y'all remember Anton Daniels and World Star shared they did reaction videos to her repossession video. And when you look in the comments of those videos, y'all can go back and verify. Don't take my word for it. Go back and verify. Nobody in the comments knew who she was. Literally. Until we started talking about those videos, then you will see like the later comments is some of her people started going over there and commenting like, yeah, Big Bree, da. But though you could tell nobody knew who she was. Some people was like, oh, that's Robert Hampton's ex, the one who took him down up through there, or the one who lied on him about DV. That's the type of comments I was seeing. And that's why I said, bro, that's tough. To be branded for your brand to be that now is crazy. It's crazy. Hold on, y'all. My coffee need to be warm. Let me text my son. Give me a sec. Got all. Thank you, Miss Marlo. Thank you for that Cash App blessing. I didn't even see that until I opened my phone. No, why I don't be getting no notification? Well, it did give me a notification. I just didn't hear it. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. Hey, Auntie Pimo. You say, hey, Pock and Chat in the bushes listening, cooking for this nick. This, let me see if I can do like Pimo. This nook. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I got to finish your video from yesterday, too. Please tell me what makes her big. Child, listen. That's what her people call her. Marie say, same thing R.H. did for her. Facts. That's the truth. And that's why this story is so intriguing and controversial also, because it's like, and ironic, to be honest, because it's like the same thing R.H. did for her. She flipped it and did it for Johnell, but Johnell used her just like she used R.H. So it's karmic also. That's crazy, y'all. That is crazy. All right, so let me take this one down. Hold up, y'all. Let me put the other one up. I got some more in my little chamber. I got a little bit more in my chamber. We're going to get to these audios. Okay, so here's another post, y'all. If y'all remember this one, let me put it over here. Make it bigger. Johnell posted this on Twitter, X, formerly known as Twitter, child. He posted this. Let me take my super off. And it was a video that 50 Cent had posted, basically saying 50 Cent explains why he gets defensive when women ask him to buy them things. Oh, you think I'm a sucker, right? So Johnell posted it, shared it, and said, took words out my mouth, knew me and Five was on the same page, right? This was March 17th, 2023. He was with LaOnya at this time. He was with her at this time. Matter of fact, their relationship was fairly fresh. They was only a couple months in right here. So for you to share a post about somebody saying why they don't do things for women because it's considered sucker is crazy. And it also coincides and validates the fact that he ain't doing nothing for her like that because he thinks it's sucker, right? Even though the Ninja Turtle bought Pretty Bree some perfume, gave her some money, was getting Uber rides and all of that, child. But like I said, this is why you don't start doing for a man unless it's reciprocated early on, because they will fall in love with your hand and not your heartbeat. And that's on big period. You gotta let them show you their energy. They need to let me see what type of real man energy you got. Not the other way around. I'll show you what I can do, but you're gonna show me first. You're gonna show me first. Auntie Pimo said, "Oh my God, I hate everyone speaking. Much love. Pac is definitely a receipt queen, and I love it. Thank you, Auntie Pimo. I be trying, girl. I be trying. Listen, I got some things in the chamber now. I got some things. All right, let me take this one down, y'all. But like I said, everything validates everything, and it's just crazy because it's like even with her recent stuff, it's not giving what she wants it to give. She's trying to paint a narrative like, we it's new beginnings. We're only showing you guys what we want to show y'all. But the thing is, this is where people have to be mindful on social media, right? You can show people what you want to show them, but you also can't get mad off of the perspectives that are drawn based on what is shown, especially if you ain't giving no context to it. So if you show me, um, if you show me videos where your man is never included, right? But you telling us that he's so great, he's so helpful, he's always around. Guess what? We're gonna go off of what we're seeing and not what's being said. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. And unfortunately, that's how social media works. So when you give half-ass context or half-ass things put out here, then you can't get mad when people draw conclusions or give their opinions based on that half-ass piece of context. Just don't put nothing out at all. Just like when she said, she deleted all of her kids' social media platforms. She's no longer exporting them for money, not exploiting, but exporting. Say, I'm not going to export my kids for money. So I deleted all of their platforms, but then proceeded to say, and I'm gonna play that audio for y'all. It's nothing wrong with faceless content or cartooning, or doing cartoon with filters over the kids, but you're ain't that the same thing? The only thing you're not doing is showing their face. If we and it, this is where it gets crazy because it's like if you gonna keep them off of social media, keep them off entirely. Because if not, it still contradicts everything you're saying. Baby. Like, hello, make it make sense. All right, let me pull something else up. I think I got another receipt before I play these audios. Hold on, y'all. Okay, let's pull this one up, right? This is an older receipt also, but it was still said. And sometimes it doesn't matter how old a receipt is, it's about what's being said in the receipt, right? That'll still hold weight, even if the receipt is old. And that's on big period. Because if you make a post on your man page and say the best birthday gift was my wife Bree, and then he come right behind you, not only delete your status that you made on his page, but also let the world know I didn't put that status, that's going to forever hold weight for me. And I'm talking about even if I was in those shoes, that would be a problem for me because it showed me how you really feel. And this was last year sometime, y'all. Early last year where this was done. It was around the time of her birthday. She had took him on a whole trip. A whole trip. And this was put. So not only did you have to post a status in third person where you talking as if you're him on his page to try to convince social media of something. But he, child, instead of him leaving it up to make you happy, he didn't care what the outcome would be. Not only did he delete your status, but because see, he could have just deleted it, y'all. He could have just deleted it and nobody would have thought nothing of it. Well, I take that back. Because once people seen it, they definitely screenshot it. They definitely did that. But not only did he delete it, he also had to let the world know he didn't write it. That is crazy. And you know what's even crazier is the fact that even now they still not married or engaged. That's the crazy part because she just literally, if y'all remember a couple months ago, she put up a whole situation like they was engaged and all of that. Like, her friends was in the comments. One of them was confused because they didn't include her on in the lie, but the other friends was basically co-signing like they went to some extravagant engagement uh surprise for Laonia and all of that. That's the crazy part. That's the listen. It should never have to be forced. It should never have to be forced. Okay? I'm telling y'all. When a man wants you, that man wants you. Like mine, mine to marry me in the backyard. I don't want that, baby. I'm country, but I ain't that goddamn country. Justice of the peace. So people be like, oh, why you ain't married? Mind your business. How about that? Or help me pay for it. Give me some of your coin. And then I'll tell you why I ain't did it yet. But other than that, men don't care. When a man wants you for real, child, he will marry you anywhere. Anywhere. It's not the man that be worried about the big wedding, it's the women. It be us. Not that man. That man don't care. He just want to be married to you. But it's just the fact that, like I said, this right here, if this would have been done to me, y'all, this is something that I couldn't get over. I'm sorry. You ain't finna play in my face, or you got one time to make social media look at me crazy. One time. Women, we got to start holding ourselves at a higher standard, even these men, child, because this is ridiculous. Ain't no way. You really thought you could play with me like that and you gonna still be in my bed. Ciao bye. Ciao bye. Thank you, my Karen. You say for blessings. Thank you for that cash out blessing. I appreciate you. All right, let's take this one down. Who came? Somebody came in the comments. Wait, let me see. He wanted to show his other victims to know that it's not me. That's what I think. Because around this time, Pretty Bree was around. Pretty Bree was definitely around. Okay, so he definitely because if y'all remember, when she did her her last exposure live with her story time when a woman sped up when she was telling a lot of the details of the toxicity of their relationship timeline. She was saying how they were beefing around her birthday. She had been paid for everything, so she couldn't tell him no. Girl, what? It ain't nothing to switch out a plane ticket. Oh no, baby, my friend gonna come. You sit this one out. I wish I would bring a nickel in my Auntie Pimo voice on a birthday trip that I didn't paid for in its entirety, and you just got caught cheating. So you basically rewarded this ninja for cheating. That's some crazy work. He would have had to sit down with. Child, I don't care if I had to take a loss on that plane ticket. He wasn't coming. I tell you that. Go be with that hoe. Let her take you to Jamaica. Let's see. Let's see if she gonna do that. She better start putting her foot down, girl. You hold all the power, financially and physically. To be honest, you holding all the power. Even now, even now, ain't no way. Ain't no way, child. It was time she had this ninja by the ball. But didn't know how to play the game. That's the only thing. You got to know how to play the game too. Because him crying at the ring door camera, begging, and stop letting that work. Stop letting that work, and then him going back, doubling back, and doing the exact same thing again. Don't let him get away with it because he needs you. You don't need him. You don't need him. And I think that's the part that she keep forgetting. When you got to do everything by yourself financially, what is the need for the man? Especially when he's never around or only around when it's something celebratory being done, a birthday or something. That's some crazy work. Pac said he wasn't coming. My mind in the gutter. Oh, he sure came on that blue sofa with Pretty Bree. You crazy. He sure wasn't, child. He'd have been left right behind and get mad. I don't give a get mad. What you gonna do? Leave? Oh, okay. You gonna leave? Oh, okay. You'll be back crying on the ring door camera, and me and my friends gonna be laughing too. We gonna be laughing. All right, let me see. Let me see what's next, y'all. Let's see what else I have. So we can get to the. Did I show this one? Oh no, I didn't show this one. Speaking of the stuff I was just talking about, y'all. Hold on. So wait till we get to that text message though. So this is another thing, y'all. She posted this a couple months ago, right? And what she said was very contradicting, very, very contradicting. And it was like, girl, what? Girl, what? That's what you would say after reading this. Girl, what? So she said, I admire women who leave. I don't give a F if you left after the first time or the 12th time. I admire that. I don't give a F if people was calling you dumb for 11 years, but in the 12th year, you decided you was done. It takes a lot of strength to break a tie. It takes a lot of self-love to choose yourself. You dope as F if you left. This one is pretty self-explanatory, y'all. Pretty self-explanatory. Because it's like, you didn't, ma'am. You didn't leave. You still got time though. You still got time. Nikita say that I admire women when they leave posts. Bree stole that from someone on the internet. I am not surprised, okay? She be stealing all the people posts. That ain't surprising. But the fact that she posted it makes it relative. Y'all know I tell y'all that all the time. Don't look at the fact that she stole it. If she's posted, and this goes for anybody. If somebody posts something on social media, it's because it's relative. We don't post nothing that we can't relate to. Think about it, y'all. If we share a status from another person, what does that mean? We either like that status or we can relate to it. Or it's a laugh, we laughing. It's something funny. But other than that, it's relative. We've been through it. We know somebody who's going through it or something like that. So the fact that she, well, like Nikita says, stole somebody's post, but she shared it is crazy because you didn't leave. You're still there. But you admire the women who do leave. That's some crazy work. That's some crazy work, y'all. But like I said, she still got time. Still got time to leave. It's never too late to stop wasting your time. It's never too late. It's never too late. Never too late. Never too late. All right, hold on, y'all. I got another one. It's getting real good. Make sure y'all hit that like button for your girl and make sure y'all support my little goal if y'all can. My little super chat goal, baby. Support your girl's goal if you can. Shout out to the ones that have already. All right, hold on. Let me see what I got left. I got that one. Wait, did I show this one? Yeah, I showed that. Oh, I'm gonna say that one for last. Okay, let me show this text message. So this was a message that Dawn had put up, y'all. You know, when Dawn was putting up all her text messages and stuff. But this one came a little later, right? But in the message, let me tell y'all what it said. Hold up. Let me pull it up. I can't even see it on my screen, child. You know, I could go to it, but wait, let me just go to it. Where is it? Oh, shoot, I didn't move it. That's why I can't see it. So, hold on. Let me find it. Let me find it in my phone. Where's that doggone message? What is this? Wait, that's not it. Okay. Can't find it. Let me just read it like this. Okay. So, Laonia's in the gray, Dawn is in the blue, right? So, Laonia says, My wait, my therapist said it was a lot on me. I was learning to be his friend, girlfriend, and know him still, and on top of that, still trying to balance kiddos and business. So Dawn says, let's wait, hold on. Yeah, makes sense. I know with relationships, I think it's best to build a friendship because that way you can get to know each other and can genuinely be there for each other. It builds trust and healthy relationship as well. So Laonia responded and says, yeah, this time around, I definitely want to take my time and really get to grow. I mean, not grow, child. Know him more. We definitely rush, right? I don't even need to read Dawn last part, but it's that first statement. Hey, Valena, what's up, my love? The first part where she said, I was learning to be his friend, girlfriend, and know him still. And on top of that, trying to balance kiddos and business as if the kids were secondary to their relationship, which we know they are. But it made me also think back, y'all. Um, it was an interview that she did uh, with Say Word podcast. Y'all remember that? She did a couple with him. But it was one of those interviews. Thank you, Miss Kathy. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Um, it was one of those interviews she did with Say Word podcast. And I wish I would have. I wish I know I got the receipt, but I'll have to look for it. But one of the things that caught my attention is where he was asking her about business and all of that, and how does she balance everything. And the way she stated it was very controversial, and it like what girl what like why would you what the way she said it, like she was like basically saying business gets 96% of her time and the other 4% goes to her kids. And I was like, what? I gotta try to find that receipt for y'all. Because I know I got it. I know I got it. But that's what she said, y'all. She was like, business gets 96% of her time and the kids get the other four. Like, business takes so much of her time. And at that time, she was still having like her boutique. She had like, books and her skincare line. It was a whole lot. Hey Regal Essence. What's up, my love? Hey Miss Gwen. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. I was like, and the reason why I'm saying it because it's multiple instances where when she's speaking on priorities, the kids are never first, right? And this is bringing me into the audios that I'm finna play. The kids are never first, and it's like, what? They should be number one. Thank you, Miss Sherry. Miss Sherry be showing my little coffee link some love. Thank you, Miss Sherry. I appreciate you. Hold on, y'all. Let's pull up these audios now. Wait, hold on. I got one more post. Let me take this down. But like I said, this is just to show y'all like one instance where it's like you don't really put your kids first, baby. You really don't. You really don't. She'll say she do, but she'll also say in so many words when she's speaking on something else that she don't. And that's the crazy part. Hold up. Because if y'all another thing too, y'all remember when it was some messages that Dawn put up where her and Dawn was talking about the DW situation when Foot Meat had put hands and feet on DW while she was pregnant. Yeah, those messages. And Dawn, Laonya was basically telling Dawn, like, I want to get her. I don't want to turn my back on her because she reached out to me, but I can't because it's enough Johnell accepted Momo. He's not going to accept the Sharia too. And I was like, it's enough he accepted Momo. Girl, that's your child. What you mean it's enough? He ain't got no choice if he want to be with you. And I'm verbatim, y'all. Literally. I was like, what the hell? I'm going to have to find that message and show y'all. Because I don't want nobody to think I'm lying. Y'all know I only say things that I could back up with a receipt. Okay? That's the only way I'm going to bring something up, child. But just like that, shout out to Miss Gwen. She said, I remember that. I remember her saying that. It was in those messages, in that text message. Because she was talking, basically wanting Dawn to get DW because she didn't want to let her down because she couldn't get her because she knew Janasha's already had an issue with her still having a relationship with DW after her separation. Like, why you still got, because y'all know he had big insecurities when it came to RH. And that's a big fact. And y'all know I've been telling y'all that. I told y'all that before she did her story time when a woman's fed up and said, oh, he basically pressured me into popping out with him because I had to prove to him that I no longer wanted my ex by popping out with him. So what that tell you? That is equivalent to he's insecure by your ex. Because why you had to pop out with him to prove that you no longer want your ex? How is that proving anything? You could have still been sleeping with your ex and popping out with him. Like a hoe. Okay, listen, them hoes do it. So it's like, girl, what? That wasn't proof. That was a little stroke of the ego. That wasn't proof though. But that told me that basically validated me telling y'all this man was big insecure when it came to RH. That was proof right there. Her saying that. And I've been telling y'all that before that, when a woman's fed up story time even came out, before that crash out happened, I told y'all that he was big insecure behind RH. Big insecure. Think about it. When you get with a woman who is freshly going through a divorce and it's every day is back and forth between her and her ex-husband on some social media, right? All you do is fuss or throw subliminals at your ex. Go live, talk about your ex. Throw subliminals at your ex on live. Come to my events and go live talking about your ex. How you think that man gonna feel? Well, an insecure one at least. But that's all a part of getting with a woman too soon when the feelings is still fresh. So he brought that up on himself. But he also used that situation to his advantage, y'all, because he used that as an excuse to cheat. Everything that she had going on with RH, as far as the separation, the back and forth, the divorce situation, that was his excuse that he used when he got caught up with Pretty Bree. He said verbatim in the text messages that but that Dawn put out, he said, man, I had your ish on the brain. I had my ish on the brain. And then I got to deal with you and your ex and all of y'all divorce stuff. I got drunk and let her suck. That was his words verbatim in those messages. So it's given plot. He knew exactly what he was doing from day one. Same as her. I can't cut her no slack either because, like I said, she got with him to prove a point to RH. into RH supporters. And he got with her to build his social media presence and to use her pretty much. And guess what happened? In the midst of that, they ended up procreating. And now they pretty much can't stand each other or keep clashing. They keep clashing because it's a karmic relationship. It's a karmic relationship. And no good comes from karmic relationships. And if she's staying on account of them babies, girl, that's the worst thing you can do to your kids. Is stay in a relationship for them. Especially when you unhappy. Because when we are unhappy as mothers, guess what? Our kids feel that. They feel it. Our babies know. It's an instinct type thing. And when you real close with your kids, especially when they small, when they depend on you the most, they not just depending on you, they are vibing off of your energy. All right, hold on. Let me pull up. Oh, I took the other one down. This is the last one. We're gonna play the audio, y'all. So back to what I was saying about his overall plot, y'all. Let me put this post up. Now, mind you, with everything that was going on, right? Let me put it on the other screen. With everything that was going on, all of the stuff that happened throughout the saga. The only times we seen this man come out was when it was beneficial to him. And guess what? Even in those times, it all stemmed back to Pretty Bree. If y'all remember, he's never come out publicly in defense of Laonia. The very first time, even the antagonizing of RH with Momo, all of that stemmed from that Tasha K interview with Pretty Bree. Because Johnell tried to use that as an excuse in saying he tried to make it seem like RH set that up. Like RH had something to do with Pretty Bree going on Tasha K, even though that wasn't the case, right? But he tried to use that. You know how some men are try to use a totally different situation to get out of. First of all, you still was cheating, Ninja. So he used that as a deflective method for his cheat, right? Like, let me take the focus off the cheating and start going back and forth antagonizing her ex. Because you know he gotta have something to do with this, right? He gotta have something to do with this. So even this right here, y'all remember when RH posted the video in the mall with Pretty Bree in that cheetah outfit? That's the only time. Well, that's the second time Janashas came out here and he made this post, and then shortly after he deleted it, and then proceeded. He was on a whole trip with Bree. Proceeded to Bree had on a cheetah print outfit just like Pretty Bree, and then Janashas spun her around, and you could tell she was very much uncomfortable. He spun her around just like LaTruth did Pretty Bree in that video. But he made this post and then deleted it shortly after. So that shows the only two times that he actually came out here getting a little jiggy on social media was in response to Pretty Bree's situation. Not for his actual woman. That's the crazy part. Even with the latest shenanigans, this fool went into hiding, y'all. He was talking in third person on his page. Y'all remember? Talking about Loyalty Body Butter is still in effect. Check out Johnell in this new movie. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Make sure you watch him in this movie. Make sure you buy the body butter. Child, that was him the whole time. Ain't no marketing team, no management, PR. That was him in third person, watching, scoping the scene, seeing her crash out with content creators, crashing out with all kind of ish, with life, period. Okay? Everything. While he was chilling, being in Country Wayne skits, still doing his movies he didn't audition for, unscathed, untouched, unbothered, leaving her in that fire by herself, like she said. Just to come out like nothing happened, start commenting back on the page, child, posting the twins, cooking for twins, naps for twins. Whole time you ain't even in the city. You ain't even in the city, my dude. She over there struggling. Can't catch a break. Cause you got the first baby daddy who child, she had to keep all them cheering the whole summer, right? Outside of Walt helping her, but he act like he just got this one with her where he done took, he got the oldest son living with him now. But even before that, she still had to have all three of them cheering without his help, right? You got RH who gets his baby on the regular. Matter of fact, he's trying to get her full time. And that's the one they consider a DB, right? And then you got baby daddy number 3 who got it the maidest, even though that's not a word, but we all know where I'm coming from. He got it the maidest because he's in a relationship with her. So he can be a DB in the relationship and still get praised. See, we won't know how much of a DB he really is until they break up. Because if he wasn't funding her or doing for her all them babies financially, doing for her financially in the beginning, why would he start after she have cheering fund? You supposed to show me what you working with before I give you cheering, not after. How I'ma know you gonna even take care of cheering if you can't even buy me nothing? So why would he start after, y'all? Like, let's make it make sense. That's to make it make sense. But he's a deadbeat in the relationship. And like I said, we ain't gonna find out until after the breakup. When Mad Day come, that's when we gonna find out how much he really isn't there, how much he really don't do, how much he really don't finance, how disrespectful he still is, how abusive he still is verbally, maybe physically, how he don't like the oldest son, according to Dawn. Oh yeah, when Mad Day comes, baby, you best believe it's gonna hit the surface, just like the other time. Why wouldn't it? Why would she do something different now? When Mad Day comes, so will the truth. So will the truth, child. So he posted this, y'all, right after RH posted the skit with Pretty Bree in the mall. He said, feeling lovely. Basically saying, oh, I ain't bothered about what y'all just did, but let me let y'all know how we used to give it up, right? He said, if it wasn't for Mama Love, Miss Pat, y'all, that's Mama Love, I'd have these Facebook streets on fire just for itch and giggles. I ain't gonna say the actual word. Thank my mother. I'm from New York City where we survive off, he put of, but he meant off, cutting ass, joning, jokes to where we made one another want to cry or fight, laugh aloud, death getting instilled into little ones, gotta have fast, witty comebacks, right? So if this post wasn't because RH posted a skit with Pretty Bree, why did he delete it shortly after? Because this could have been in reference to anything. But ironically, it was posted not long after RH posted the skit with Pretty Bree, and it was deleted shortly after. So make it make sense, right? Because the ones who don't know what time it is, the ones who ain't been around, who ain't been, a witness to the storyline, they would have thought that this was just random, right? But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. And what validated this is them being on that trip with LaOnya putting on that cheetah print outfit and then him coming in the camera trying to spin her around and mimic RH and Pretty Bree. So he pretty much told on himself. But like I said, he deleted shortly after. But it's just crazy how your girl done been in so much so much internet drama because of y'all relationship. And you still have yet to come out here in her defense. Even though, if you start the fire, I feel like you should be able to put it out by yourself, right? Especially if it's at my expense. So I low key don't blame him for hiding and talking in third person on that page, child. Cause I be damn. You gonna throw me under the bus on social media and you want me to help you? You want me to help you fix what you messed up? No. I'll pass. All right, so let's take this one down, y'all. Make sure y'all hitting the like button and support my little goal if y'all can. I wouldn't be mad at a little super chat party either. Y'all know I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad, y'all. All right, let's pull up these audios. Hold up, y'all. Give me a second. I dropped stuff. My child still ain't come warm my coffee. He gonna ask me for some money like he do every day. Even him getting paid from his job. Talking about I still need this. I'm like, you just got paid. I'm not spending that though. What? What? I wish I could say that. Hold on. That's that love right there. Imagine working and then not spending your money on bills. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up, y'all. Video. Let's start with this one.
Thank you, girl.
Why it's so low?
Danita, I got you in your email.
Y'all can hear it?
Email in there.
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
Arnice Williams. Message me so I can look up your name.
I know, Leah. I do.
Days to find your name. The twins must be sleeping. Nope, they downstairs with their daddy. I'm working.
Can y'all hear it? Let me know if y'all can hear it. If it's loud enough. It is? I don't know why it's low on my end. It's I can do it sometimes. It's not always like that though. But this is the one where somebody asked her, where was the twins? And she said they were sleeping. I couldn't find the other one where she called Lala to go check on the baby, even though she said they were sleeping with Johnell. I can't find the other one. Pop, your son and my daughter is the same. I'll be broke and she's hiding 300. Child, listen. They spoil. Let me say that. He's very spoiled. Too spoiled sometimes. He got only child syndrome. Like I ain't got two other children.
I said I'm working. I have to do these promo videos.
I think it's something else in this one I wanted to hear. Hold on, y'all.
It's $5 to enter via my. Oh, hey, hey, Devon. Hey, Daphne. It's $5 to enter. $5 to enter. You enter as many times as you would like. Via Cash App, just being Brianna. If it was gifted, given to you, why would you sell it? Because it was for promo, actually.
Wait, it's not the one. Hold on, y'all.
We take it seriously for protecting my kids. Like, I deleted all my kids' social media, all their Facebooks, if you notice. Amora, not from me anyway. She don't have a Facebook page, and her page was fully monetized. I don't give a damn. Protecting my children. Deleted her page, deleted Joshua's page, Isaiah's page was even monetized. I deleted Lauren's page. All their pages was monetized. I deleted my kids' page because I'm not going to export my kids for money. That's why you barely see my kids. I'm not going to post my kids
not
every moment, every day, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't need to do that to prove that I'm a good mother. I don't need to do that to prove to the internet that I'm with my kids every day. So I definitely deleted all my.
Y'all know what's crazy? She said she don't want to export her kids. She meant exploit, but she said export. She don't need to post them every day to prove she's a good mother. I have a video clip from when Amora was just born, right? And she said the exact same thing because people was in the comments saying she wasn't a good mother back in 2019. So Amora was sitting right next to her crying, right? A little baby. She had just had her. And somebody in the comments said, girl, tend to your baby. You know, you worried about a live stream, tend to your baby. And you know what she said? She said her brother right there, he giving her attention. No cap. No cap. Okay? No cap. And I have that receipt. No cap, y'all. She said that. So it's just ironic how it's still the same story. People have been calling you a bad mother since 2019. It's crazy. That is crazy. Especially when, like you said, we can't see everything. We can only see what you present. So apparently it's something that you're presenting that's making people feel like you're not a good parent. Maybe you need to switch that up. Maybe you need to switch that up. But that's crazy, y'all. But for her to say, I'm keeping my kids off camera, I'm not going to exploit them, and then say, I don't have a problem with doing the cartoon content, and I might start doing that, faces content, but still using the kids, it's still the same thing. You still putting them on camera. So what's the point of deleting their pages? Even though, don't get it twisted, this girl did not delete their pages if they was making money. Them pages wasn't making no money. And I'm talking about the kids' pages because she would barely post on them anyways. And if Facebook stopped paying for live streams, then what's the point? She couldn't handle all them social media pages. That's why she would barely post on them. See, it was easier when she was with RH because RH was doing a lot of the footwork because that was his niche. That was his niche. She can't keep up. So it's a difference. It's a difference. Imagine trying to run not one, but 3 of your own personal pages, one including a fan page, 3 or 4 kids' pages, plus businesses, plus trying to take care of cheering in the physical. That's a lot. Plus all your other social media pages. So it ain't, oh, I deleted them and they was making money. No, you knew them pages wasn't making no money. Monetized or not. Monetization doesn't mean it's making. Child, I'm monetized on Facebook. I don't make nothing but $3 and something a month because I don't post nothing on it. So people be thinking monetization is equivalent to making a coin. No, not if you ain't active.
Where's your social media? And
But she made it seem like she gave something up.
I barely post Mama. I barely post Josh and Zaya. I barely post Lauren. And the boys really don't care to be posted. They don't even want to be on camera for real. They want to be on the phone on FaceTime with girls, okay? They don't care nothing about being on social media.
They embarrassed.
Them? No, why? They don't want to be in no videos. Y'all seen that dancing video? I had to give V-Bucks, okay? I had to give V-Bucks. Okay? They don't want to be on camera. They want to be in girls' faces.
The least you can do is, oh, my bad. Say that's you stole that from Harmony without saying it. Love you, sister. Oh, I'm so weak. Hold on, y'all.
She just started going off. The least you can do is you slow as fuck because how I'm slow. Cause you mad. Cause I ain't say your name, especially after you was rude. I'm definitely not speaking. You can't bully me into saying hey to you. I'm slow, but yeah, you're on here mad because I didn't speak to you. Now you block. Like, I was like, life is crazy. I can't believe I have twins. Okay, y'all, listen good right here. This is the part I was waiting on. If I have somebody going to high school, I can't believe. Well, I can believe I'm turning 33. I mean, time does go on. But yeah, life is just much busier now. I used to be able to go live all the time, but can't do that. Life is just crazy. I'm trying to split myself in 7 different ways, 8 different ways. From the kids to my relationship to my dad, because older people, you just don't never know when they're leaving. So I try to spend all my time in many different ways. And I don't got time to be on the internet all day. I got time to make a quick 3-minute, 1-minute video. Boom, that's it. My time gotta go to everybody else.
It's crazy how she's trying to make it seem like she's not on the internet because she's so busy now. Girl, you was more busy when you was on the internet all the time, when they was actually paying. But you see, this is why it's good to be honest, authentic. Because you know, even when you say something different, it'll still be pretty much the same because it's the truth, right? She forgot that she told us Facebook don't pay for live streams anymore. That's why she don't go live like she used to. Now it's, oh, she's too busy. That's why she don't have time to go live. What? She told us that. I have that receipt. Like, that's crazy. Why not just tell the truth? Again, like you did last time when you said you stopped going live all the time because Facebook ain't paying for live streams. That's the crazy part. Like to say, oh, you barely on here because life be life, and when social media is literally how you make your coin, you don't have no other job. It ain't like you got a 9 to 5. You ain't utilizing them degrees you say you have. So it's like, what are you really doing? What are you really doing? Because, like, we all know kids can be a handful, y'all. Um that's not a lie, right? Kids can be a handful. But if you have older kids, the older ones pretty much do for themselves. It ain't like you gotta brush their teeth, wash their behind, or feed them. You know, they pretty much do for themselves. So to keep it a buck, when she says she gotta split herself 7 or 8 different ways from each kid to her daddy and Johnell, which her saying she gotta split herself with her daddy too was crazy. But saying that is crazy because it's like you have 1, 2, 3. You have 3 kids who are very much old enough to tend to themselves, right? So you don't have to do for them. You know, I meaning that, you know, she ain't like she gotta spoon feed them, bathe them. They're older, they teenage age, right? She got Momo where the truth is very much involved when it comes to their child, to the point where he's even trying to get full, not full, but physical legal custody. It's a difference. He's very much involved. And then you have the twins. Those are the ones that require 100% of your help, right? So to make it seem like you just, oh, I'm just so busy, y'all. I got all these cheering. You do have a lot of cheering, but you ain't spreading yourself that thin. Because like I said, the older ones can do for themselves. So just keep it above. Like the lie, I just don't like the lying. Like just keep it above. Be honest. Be honest. I told y'all she would make way more money and get praise way more if she was really authentic. Not fake authentic, real authenticity. Hey, Miss Angelique, I love you too, my love. Like, come on.
So I'm actually honored to have this time with you guys right now. Because I don't get no time for myself. Okay? And that's one thing I'm trying to work on.
Hold on, let me run that part back.
So I'm actually honored to have this time with you guys right now. Because I don't get no time for myself. Okay? And that's
See, one thing about a deceptive person, they gonna tell on themselves, right? Because her words literally say something totally different. When you think about her praising Johnell, she's always saying how he's there every step of the way, right? So why is it that you aren't getting any time to yourself? Because if we go off of your word, according to you, hold on, let me take this down. I forgot I still had this up. Hold up. Oh, there go my son. I'm about to text him. I'm calling back. According to her, Sleepy is involved. Remember? Didn't she tell us Sleepy is very much involved, y'all? Right? Even though we know that's not true. He might be involved when it comes to phone conversations and FaceTime, but he ain't stepping and getting them children in real time. Now he got the oldest son, but he could have took Isaiah too if he really was trying to give you a break. He could have took him too. But hold on, y'all. Let me message my child. Because he gonna keep calling. Give me a second. That's my baby boy. Oh, you're right back. All right, my bad, y'all. Yeah, that was my baby boy. But yeah, she painted this narrative, and this is why you don't give real DB credit. This is why you don't praise, give accolades, kudos, credit, or none of that to baby daddies that you know ain't really stepping like that for real. See, she painted a narrative that baby daddy number one was a big stepper, a real father gang stepper, to make RH look bad, or to basically validate and co-sign her narrative that she's a good parent and that it's RH that's bitter, right? That's why she needed Sleepy. But in doing so, she had to validate him as a good parent. And it kind of messed her up because now, guess what? You ain't getting no break. Like you said, you never get a break. See, she told on herself in that moment. She says she's constantly having to spread herself thin between, well, spread herself 7 different ways or 8 different ways between all of her kids, including Janasha's her relationship and her daddy. Because she said, older people, you never know when they gonna go, when they gonna croak, basically. That's what she said, right? But if you were actually getting the help like you claim you're getting, you wouldn't be having those type of conversations. You wouldn't be so stressed out behind the scenes. You wouldn't be so tired because if baby daddy number one is really stepping, like you said, he would be giving you a break. He would have had them kids the whole summer because all of his 3 kids that are with you are teenage age, old enough to stay by themselves while he's at work. So it was no excuse why he couldn't get them. And that's on big period. It was no excuse, y'all. And then when it comes to Momo, like I said, RH do his job. He get his child every visitation. He even want makeup visitations for the days that she made him miss from being bitter. And then when we get to baby daddy number 3, you praising him because y'all in a relationship. That's why you praising him. You ain't praising him because he's actually doing and handling his business as far as a boyfriend and a baby daddy, a father. You praising him because y'all in a relationship. And that makes a lot of difference. See, men, and this is a whole nother conversation, but I'm gonna just give a little bit, right? Men don't have to do as much when they're in that relationship because they're in that relationship. We tend to cut them way more slack when we with them. And you don't really start seeing how much they don't do until y'all not together no more. Or how active they aren't until y'all not together no more. See, he's always on the go with work, 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 work. So he claimed, right? Always out of town, auditioning for a role, being in a movie. And she's always stuck with them babies. But guess what? She cool with it because they're together. But imagine if they are not in a relationship and he's always out of town, never got time. That's the same thing, right? But the difference is they wouldn't be in a relationship. But do you think she would be cool with him always being out of town, never at home, while being in movies, and she always stuck with them cheering? Do you think she would be okay with that if they wasn't in a relationship? No. So the only reason why she's cool with it now is because they are. But it's still a problem for her. She's just not going to say it publicly. It's very much still a problem. If they weren't together, he would be considered a DB. because that is still very much happening. He is always out of town, whether it's for work or not. He's always out of town, which means that he's away from her and those kids. You're not in the kids. How are you helping me if you always at work? He could be doing stuff financially, which we don't even know if he's doing that. So I ain't gonna take or give him that because I don't know what he's doing financially at this point. I only know what she said prior. But if we in a relationship and I never get to see you or hardly ever get to see you, or you can't really help me with these cheering in the physical because all you do is go out of town, whether it be for partying or work or engagements, events, wouldn't that can still be considered a DB? Because it sure would be considered one if they wasn't together. Because you see, when she was with RH, she had no problem. Well, she did have a problem, but she act like she didn't publicly. It was good when he was, working and doing this and that and filming the kids and doing skits and doing this. But the minute they broke up, it's all you want to do is throw the camera in my kid's face. Oh, you just a camera dad. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. But you didn't have a problem with it while y'all was together. So why make it an issue when y'all break up? That's something to think about, right? Something to think about. Let me finish playing this.
Something I'm trying to work on. Trying to figure out time for myself because I need that. I need that.
Y'all heard
I
him?
need some time for myself. I'm trying to figure that out.
You shouldn't have to figure it out if you got 3 baby daddies that's stepping for real. What's stopping them from giving you time for yourself? These men get time for themselves. And this is excluding RH, y'all, because we can physically see him getting his baby every visitation. They always doing something. But guess what? RH ain't responsible for the other 5. And it's like, to keep it above, it seems like the public tries to hold him accountable for all the kids, but he's only responsible for Momo. And he do his part. I don't care how much you dislike him. It does not take away from the fact that this man gets his baby every visitation. Every visitation. Unless she causes an issue with him getting her. But the other ones don't. And it's going to be real hard for you to get time for yourself as long as you're in that relationship with Johnell. Especially if y'all living together. Especially that. So she really made it bad for herself, to be honest. She really made it bad for herself. Because, like I said, you already got one baby daddy who half get the cheering. And now you got another one who's always on the go. So it would make sense for him to allow her to stay in his house. He was looking for roommates a couple months ago. Public ads were out, right? I showed y'all that. He was looking for roommates a couple months ago and boom. Canceled the roommate situation and she living there. So it do make sense. She needed more space and he's always gone. That's interesting.
And that's the quickest way for me to not speak back to you because you're rude as hell. So
But she ain't gonna get that time. Somebody clocked in the comments.
they so mad they can't stop you, and it's so funny because they make up lies.
Hold on, y'all.
Lawrence page, all their pages was mine.
That's it. That now she's talking about the pages again and how she deleted them, child. But hold on, y'all. Let me these earphones on. Woo. It's just crazy. It's a thank you, HJ. Thank you for supporting my goal. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all. Thank you to everybody who helped with my little super chat goal. You are appreciated. Shout out to everybody who sent me a cash app. Shout out to everybody for the view, the like, the engagement. It is all equivalent. It is all appreciated. Okay, I'm not one of those. But it's just real crazy, y'all, because it's like you can see even in those clips I just played, She is tired. She is tired. She is in over her head. She is stressed out. And one thing I could say is, people like say, "Oh, Pac, you biased, duh." I mean, that's obvious. We started, most of us started our platform supporting the husband because of how he was being done on social media. So that's not a secret. But there are moments where I'm not being biased and I'm keeping it above. Like when it comes to the oldest son, y'all, I have to say I don't have issue with the oldest son staying with the daddy. Because even as parents, when you have kids, right, and you not with the other parent, it is still equally their responsibility to help you with that child. Even though some make it hard for the other parent, but I'm a firm believer in 50-50. If we made them together, oh, you gonna help me with these children. Period. Whether I need you to take these boys or whatever, you gonna help. Because I didn't make them by myself. I didn't make them by myself. Even though a lot of men, I feel like, get to escape that reality. It is what it is, but it is what it is. Shit. But I'm not opposed to that. I just didn't like the way she tried to paint the narrative. Like why do you have to constantly play on social media when it comes to certain things that you're doing? Why does it always have to be deceptiveness in the midst? Lies in the midst of what you got going on. That's the part. Because if that's the case, just keep what you don't want people to know. Don't say. Don't tell it to them. You still hold the power in what you choose to put out on social media. Some mofos rather lie than just keep their business off the internet. That's the part I don't get. That's the part I don't get. Like, but you see, for the longest, the narrative was being painted that, oh, me and Sleepy are such great co-parents. I'm not the problem. It's RH, right? Because look, I can co-parent my first baby daddy. We have no issue. So it got to be him. Instead of her keeping it a buck and saying, I've been having problems with our oldest child. He been cutting up. He's a boy. I'm a mother. I'm a woman. And I feel like his daddy can get him together as far as structure and discipline. But no, we're going to say, oh, Deshaun wants to get our oldest son and I want to do content on it. Does that make me a bad mother? Girl, you know that's not what went down. You know you was having issues with your oldest son, which is normal. Some kids go against the grain. Period. You can do everything right by your child and you will still get some that will go against the grain. It happens, it's life. But don't try to paint the narrative like the daddy wanted him. And that's why you giving him up or you let him go stay. Because you know it ain't that. You know it's other things behind that. So we're gonna leave that where it's at. Thank you, Miss Angelique. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up off of here. I feel like I told the story I needed to tell. Y'all know I'm a storyteller. Okay. I should change you know what? I might do my second channel as Lupac's story time. Because I feel like I tell a story with my content. We're gonna see. I still gotta figure out that name. I don't know what I want to put it as yet. But it's gonna definitely be a reaction channel. And it ain't gonna be about the saga, y'all. It's gonna be about everything else, child. It's gonna still be messy. It's gonna still give tea, but it ain't gonna be saga related. This channel will be saga related. The other one gonna be about everything else. But I'm about to finish working on this merch, and then I'm hopefully I can finish it and I can show y'all some of it, or it might be tomorrow when I go live. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what happens, y'all. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for rocking out with your girl on this good old Hump Day Wednesday. We will be back tomorrow with another one. Okay, we're gonna put something together. Even though these streets is dry, and y'all know we don't do the drama. See, if we was doing the drama, the outside drama, we would have something to talk about every day. Pac don't do that. I don't want it in my energy. Nope. We peaceful over here, baby. But anyways, I love y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, you tuned in to Lupac, baby. She don't follow trends. She follow facts, receipts ready, energy heavy. Let's go, let's go.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't play, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets.
Go. She don't do drama, she drop data. Scroll the page, now or later. You'll see lies get exposed and the fake get froze like refrigerators. Name ring bells like second line. Speak real, no need to lie. She from the south with a strong surviving. Snakes don't make it out alive.
L-U-P-A-C, ain't no faking on the screen. Call a judge, call a jury, she deliver with that heat. You won't clap, but she got truth. No sugar in her speech. Independent, bold, and real, this Lupac baby. Capiche?
They scrolling, she exposing. They trolling, she compose. See, Lupac don't just react, she decode what's not disclosed. From screenshots to timelines, receipts in real time. You playing checkers, she playing chess. Every move defined, got that hustle in her bones. No cosign built her own. Views go up when she speak up. This platform here a throne.
L-U-P-A-C, baby don't bend, she speak facts, you see. Truth talk, clap back, all receipts on deck. She stand tall in the booth, got respect on her neck. I-N-D-E, yeah, she grinding with ease. P-E-N-D-E-N-T, bring in truth to the streets. L-U-A-C, baby don't bend. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown. L-U-A-C, baby don't be. She that truth in your feed when the lies get blown. Y'all watching, y'all lurking, but she grown.
This ain't gossip, this ain't rumors. This is real talk, backed by real proof. Welcome to